We're not broken, we're not weird, we're just normal people who are slightly different from everyone else, just like everyone is.
Boom, she-clack, clack, boom, she-clack, clack, boom, she-clack, clack, boom, she-clack, clack.
I seriously have real trouble defining myself.
Piecing together her sense of self.
I'm just basically a very sarcastic, nerdy person.
Bit by bit, she's discovering what makes up the unique Sarah Mitchell.
I love fantasy books, pretty much my favourite thing, and same with comics.
And she's most definitely unique.
I wouldn't have any hesitation to say that I'm asexual. I would be completely fine if I spent the rest of my life a virgin. I would have no problem with that.
But that's not stopped her falling in love.
He's just really, really lovely.
His name is Renko. He's into figurines, medieval battling, and wants to be a writer. They met online and quickly discovered they had lots in common.
We just understand each other really well and get along really well. We're very similar, I guess.
For 2.5 years they chatted online and Skyped, but there was no chance of meeting in person because Renko lives in Holland.
Are you in love?
Yes, definitely.
Have you said the L word?
That's going to be a thing saved for when we actually meet face to face, so I think that'll be nice.
Well, we can all hope for a happy ending to this modern day love story because Renko is coming to New Zealand.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous about him coming?
What a silly question, of course I am.
It's been more than 2 years of waiting. Renko finally arrives. And the next chapter of this love story begins.
How tired are you?
I was really tired on the flight, but it's not as bad now.
But this is a story with a bit of a twist because
He's coming all the way here and you're not going to have sex.
No.
Why not?
Because he is also asexual.
as a teenager, Sarah started to wonder if she was a bit different.
Figured that I would eventually kind of catch up, or that I was a late bloomer and I'd eventually kind of be interested in that sort of thing. It just didn't really happen.
Girls her age started to get interested in sex.
Just trying to imagine that situation for myself, I just couldn't. It just didn't compute.
It was a friend who first mentioned the word asexuality.
I did some more research into it.
And what she found was thousands of other asexuals from all over the world, and studies confirming her feelings towards sex were genuine.
I do remember that it felt kind of like a weight had kind of been lifted off my shoulders, like I kind of understood something and it clicked.
What is asexuality?
Asexuality is the lack of sexual attraction. You can still have romantic attraction to people.
You obviously fancy people.
Aesthetic attraction is still very much a factor for me, and I know it is a factor for other asexuals as well.
So there's just no feeling down there?
No.
Have you ever tried masturbating?
Have, and just did nothing for me.
So there's absolutely no desire?
Not at all. Like, I'm not even curious about it.
Sarah and Renko arrive home to her parents' house.
I didn't really get much sleep at all last night.
How come?
Oh, why do you think?
On their holiday itinerary, a weekend in Hamner Springs, then Queenstown, and family time here in Christchurch.
Toilet, before we need it. My room, which is, yeah, let's just keep walking.
And the whole time, they will be sharing a bed. 1 bed, 2 asexuals, 3 weeks, and still no sex?
A lot of guys, if they flew to the other side of the world to see a girl, might expect to get a bit of action.
Yeah, but what I think is that sex is a way of creating intimacy in a relationship. So I think in broad lines it's the same, because we're going to create intimacy, except we do it in a different way from most people.
So I know I've only just met you, but I have to ask, do asexual guys even get erections?
Erections are basically involuntary physical reactions, so in my case, yes, sometimes, especially when I was younger, because, you know, if you're growing up, sometimes it just, there's not even a trigger, it's just... And then there's also, of course, the morning wood, which has absolutely nothing to do with arousal or attraction, but which is really just a test drive for the whole system.
So the system's still working?
The system, the plumbing is all there.
You just don't want to...
No, there's no interest in using it.
Well, we'll see. Sarah and Renko are off on their romantic getaway, and we've given them a video camera. They've promised to tell us if they change their mind about sex.
Watch it.
People will say, this is just a phase, you're too young to make this decision.
Well, it's not really a decision, is it? And as for being too young, I'm 20. I'm out of puberty. I think if something would have happened, it would have happened by now.
What kind of reactions have you had?
A lot of people have expressed concern, like friends and family, have expressed concern that I might be missing out or something. And I don't think that I am. It's just, or I'm completely happy how I am, and that should be enough. I mean, I know me best.
Sarah and Renko are on the road.
We kind of forgot to do the video diary thing this morning, but...
We were quite busy.
And by busy, we mean asleep.
Hanging out together for the first time.
We're going to Queenstown tomorrow.
And discovering those little things online dating can never reveal.
So far, I have found out that Sarah is a huge blanket hogger.
But so far,
Still no sex.
winding their way through our most spectacular settings.
Now we're coming back down the gondola.
Will this romantic retreat lead these lovebirds to reconsider their stance on sex?
Come in, guys, sit down.
3 weeks have passed. We're back to check in with Sarah and Renko.
I think we should get straight to the point here. Did you have sex?
Nope.
Nope.
What did you do then?
Cuddle.
Yeah, pretty much. And, you know, kissing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're lying in bed, kissing and cuddling, and you don't get aroused.
No. I wouldn't even know what that feels like.
That just doesn't happen.
No.
And you, Sarah?
Nope. It's not the same.
But did you feel a connection, though?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
They have just a few days left together. These two are making the most of every minute.
What's it been like being together physically?
It was fun.
You don't sound too convinced. There's no gushing, though.
He's very awkward about talking to other people about these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very enthusiastic. Let's put it that way.
Really?
Now you're going to go bright red. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you've both gone a bit red. Sarah, you're almost one colour right now.
Serves you right.
I deserve that.
Hello.
Renko's holiday has been such a success.
Hi, I'm Erin. Nice to meet you. Tycho, this is Renko.
Hi.
He's making plans to move here one day.
If he does, then I think he'd be keen to get involved in a little bit of this kind of stuff.
Is he keen to try some gear on or swing a sword?
What do you reckon, Renko? You're up for it?
Sounds good.
Looking pretty hot, Sarah. Looking pretty hot.
Absolutely. Oh, my arm.
Have you said the L word yet?
Lots.
Yeah.
several times a day of you.
Not that often.
Yes, that
No.
often.
Is he a bit mushy, Sarah?
Yes, off camera, definitely.
Do you guys have plans together?
Well, the overall plan is for me to eventually move here and live with Sarah. And then by that time, Sarah will have another cat, and I will also get a cat. And
So many cats.
Ah! Oh, how romantic!
Some will say you're just two quiet, nerdy people without the confidence to put yourself out there sexually.
Thinking that quiet, nerdy people aren't very sexualised, just walk yourself into a comic book shop and look at some of the covers.
yeah, that's a bit of a stereotype, and I think it's misleading because you'll find people of any sexual persuasion in any demographic.
So everyone's having sex if they want it.
Just the assumption that we would deprive ourselves of sex if we wanted it because of some sort of hang-up.
There's no hang-ups. If one of us wanted it, there's absolutely no reason why we wouldn't bring it up.
The day Sarah's been dreading has arrived. She plans to go to Holland to see Renko in a few months. But today it's time for the tearful goodbyes. This has been quite the love story to watch unfold. A modern day love story with a bit of a twist.
Some people watching will say, why put yourself out there? Why go public with your story?
Because it's not really about us, it's more about visibility and getting asexuality out there as something that is perhaps not exactly the norm, but it's not abnormal. There's a lot of people who are going to watch this and go, wow, those guys are weird.
That's fine. We are weird. I mean, we're weird.
Not for the reason they're going to be assuming, though.
I don't care. I don't know those people.
Renko, you?
We can't change it. We don't want to change it. There's other people like us, and part of the whole visibility thing is trying to make sure that other people who are asexual but haven't heard of it might hear of it and not feel as lost.
We're not broken, we're not weird, we're just normal people who are slightly different from everyone else. I mean, everyone is different.